Okay, I'm gonna help you out with this assignment that you have. It's on page 173, 174. Remember, to solve a proportion, all you gotta do is cross multiply. Let me put it here. Is to cross multiply, and step 2 is then divide. Okay, cross multiply and divide. And remember, a proportion is just two ratios next to each other. Okay, and then to figure them out, you cross multiply and divide. So, for example, here, you just think, okay, I'm going to cross multiply and divide. So I'm going to cross multiply. A number and a letter you put together. So 1.5 times p is just 1.5 p equals 10 times 60. I'm sorry, 10 times 6, which is 60. Okay. This here is 1.5 times p times a number. So 1.5 times something has to give you 60. Well, this is multiplication. Well, the inverse operation, or the opposite, is to divide. So we're going to divide by whatever is in front of the letter p. And in this case, it's 1.5. Or if they had an X or an M, it doesn't matter the letter, but whatever's in front of the letter, that's what we divide by. Right now it's p, so we're going to, whatever's in front of the letter p. 1.5 divided by 1.5 is just 1, so that goes away. And here I just got to use table to figure out the problem. Okay, you must show your work. Don't forget, when you're dividing, top in, bottom out. If you have a decimal in the divisor, you must move it to the front. And where's the decimal here? It's not here, it's over here, and you have to move this guy to the front. And now you divide. Okay, see what you get. I'm gonna do it for you. Okay, number 2, the same thing I did number 1. Okay, number 3, the same thing. First you cross multiply, and then you divide. So 7 times 0.7, well, 7 times 2 is 14, carry the 1. 2 times 0 is 0, bring down the 1. One number to the right of the decimal, so 1.4. So 1.4 equals 0.4W. Okay, all you gotta do is divide by, remember, this is multiplication, the inverse is to multiply. So, I'm sorry, the inverse of multiplication is division. So all you gotta do is divide, sorry about that. And so we're gonna divide by whatever's in front of the letter, or the variable, okay, the variable W. So we're gonna divide both sides by 0.4. A number over itself is just 1, so that goes away. Use table, top in, bottom out. Don't forget to move the decimal to the front. Move it once, move this guy once, and then just solve the problem. Okay, number 5 there. Sheila mixed 3 ounces of blue paint with 2 ounces of yellow paint. Okay, so she had a mixture, 3 ounces of blue, 2 ounces of yellow. She decided to create 20 ounces of the same mixture. How many ounces of yellow paint does she need for the new mixture? Okay, so when you think of the word mixture, it means together. Okay, so this word mixture means together. Sorry, it's not right. Together, so juntos and all. And when I think of the word together, I think of total. Okay, so together, I'm thinking of the word, I think I misspelled it maybe. Anymore. Okay, so make sure together means total. So I'm thinking, well, I think they're comparing yellow. How many ounces of yellow paint does she need to make a new mixture? So I can say a mixture means total. Okay, the mixture means total. So let's use the ratio they do give me. They say when there's 3 blue, there's 2 yellow. Okay, they say when there's 3 blue, there's 2 yellow. So I said that a mixture means total because you're mixing them together. So mixture means together, juntos. So yellow over total. Okay, yellow over total. Okay, that's the mixture. So the first ratio. Okay, when there's 2 yellows, what's the mixture? How many colors am I adding together? Well, I'm adding 2 colors, but how many of each color? Well, I'm adding 2 yellows and I'm mixing it with 3 blues. So how many total do I have? How many total ounces do I have? Well, there's 2 yellows and 3 blues, so that means we have 5 ounces. And I'm gonna mix it. It says there she decided to make a 20-ounce mixture, 20 ounces of the same mixture. So that 20 represents the mixture. Well, we already said the mixture is like the total. So where's the 20 go? Well, the 20, this has to be aligned. So if you say yellow, yellow better be here. Total, total better be here. And total is the same as mixture. So think where you're gonna put the 20, and then you cross multiply and divide. Okay, you can figure that one out. Number 6 there, a car can travel 476 miles and 14 gallons. Write an equation relating the distance D to the number of gallons. So they're using the letter D for distance and G for gallons. How many gallons of gas does the car need to travel 578 miles? So they have to give you a ratio, and they do. They give you one of the ratios right there. They say 475 miles in 14 gallons. Okay, so I'm going to put, okay, 476 miles in 14 gallons. Okay, so obviously this is my miles. Oh, and I'm going to use distance, D for distance. Okay, distance over gallons. Okay, D over G. 476 ratio of 476 miles to gallons. Okay, so then we have another number there. Well, how many gallons of gas does the car need to travel 478 miles? Well, that's miles. This is distance because we said D for distance, and miles is unit of distance, a unit of measurement that represents distance. So we're going to put here 578. And what letter do we use? Well, we usually use X, but in this case we can use the letter G and then just cross multiply and divide. Okay, number 7 is very similar to this problem. Okay, very similar. One ratio and then the other number. Okay, easy. There's the 2 letters, cos C, P for pounds. Okay, number 8 also, a woman who is 64 inches tall has a shoulder width of 16 inches. So write an equation relating the height H to the width W. So we're going to put here, okay, height equals H, and the width is equal to the width, right? Width. Okay. Determine the height of the woman who has a shoulder width of 18.5 inches. So again, they have to give you one ratio, and they do. They say when a woman is 64 inches tall, she has a shoulder width of 16 inches. Okay, so I'm going to write that ratio. 64 inches tall, she has a shoulder width of 16 inches. So we said height, we're going to use H. So height to width. Height to width. And so now, where does this go? If it's her shoulder width, you decide where you put it here, here, and then cross multiply and divide. You get your answer. The same thing for number 9 here. Es lo mismo. The same thing. Set up your 2 ratios. They give you one there. And they give you a number. Set them up. 2 ratios, put in a proportion equation next to each other. And you get the answer. Okay. Number 17 there. Read it. Look what it says there. A rectangle has the area of 36 square inches. I can put here 36 square units. Okay, so units squared. So don't forget you got to put the, well, it'll give me units, so I'm going to leave it there. As the length L and the width W change, so obviously they're using L for length and width, W for width. What do you know about the product? What does product mean? Product means an answer to a multiplication problem. Is the length proportional to the width? Right here. What do you do within a table? Look at the answers. They're all, that's the product. They all have a product of 36. That means an answer. How did they get that? 3 times 12, 6 times 6, 9 times 4. Because they're doing area. Area is just length times width or base times height. Remember, in 6th grade you learned it like this. Well, in 7th grade and beyond, base times height. So that's how they got the product of 36. Well, you want to know if it's proportional? It's real easy, guys. What do? Cross multiply two ratios, cross multiply. If they're equal to each other, well then they're proportional. If not, then no. Okay, it's not gonna work out. So you figure out with yes or no. Number 18 there, circle the equation that does not belong. Okay, there's one is not set up the right way. For example, this guy here, if I flip this, if I do this, 5 over x equals 100 over 28. It's the same thing because I'm cross multiplying x times 100 and 5 times 28. You see, here I still have x times 100, 5 times 28. So you have to cross multiply all of them, and there's one that does not fit. One that does not go with the rest of them, okay? Because you're not multiplying the same two numbers, and you're going to get something different, okay? So hopefully this helps you out. Oh, some of you, the bonus problems, okay? So how do we solve these? You cross multiply and divide, same thing. This here, look, I'll do one of these. Cross multiply, 2 times that. So we're going to put this 2 in parentheses x plus 5, and then this way, equals, well, 18 times 3 is 54, so we're going to put here 54. So I'm going to put this, okay, 2 times x plus 5 equals 54. So what they're saying is that a number plus 5, and parentheses mean multiplication, don't forget that. So a number plus 5 and then multiply times 2 gives you 54. That's what they're saying. Okay, so remember that. 5 plus something, let's say 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 times 2, 14. No, not something bigger. Okay, what about 10? Okay, 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 times 2 is 30. Nope, doesn't give it to you either. So you got to figure out which number you can put there. Okay. Now you can also use the distributive property and solve it algebraically, but I'm not going to do that yet. Think of mentally what I can put here, or just try and error. You know, try as many numbers as you can, add them together, and then multiply times 2, and it has to give you 54. Okay. Another one I'll do is like this guy. Okay, we have x times x. Well, x times x is not 2x, it's actually x squared equals 36, right? Okay, so now this means x times x. So I can write this x times x equals 36. Well, think about it. What number has to be the same number gives you 36? Okay, so hopefully this helps you out. Good luck. Hasta mañana. Adiós.